Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, anytime.
Is it hard talking about stuff we're going to be talking about?
It is what it is.
Is it hard to talk?
No, I mean, I'm talking all right.
Yeah.
I come a long way.
You sound way better.
Yeah.
But is it hard to keep?
What?
We're going to be talking a lot. Is it hard? Do you get worn out or no?
No, not really.
No.
So, I mean.
So it's just normal.
Yeah.
Good. All right, man. Well, I'm going to welcome everybody and we'll just jump right into it.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the I'm Here For podcast. My name is Josh, and I'm here for it. Whatever you got going on in life, whatever life looks like, crazy, fun, not so fun, painful, joyous, I'm here for it, and so are our guests. Before we get to today's guest, which is going to be a real conversation about real life stuff, and I think it's going to be an encouragement to you, I just wanted to say if these podcasts have meant anything at all to you, if you found some value in them, would you do us a huge favor? Help us get the word out. Just like, follow, share on whatever platform you listen to. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify, if you could give us a rating, that would be huge. A subscribe on YouTube would be huge. Thanks for all you do. This podcast, man, it's hit a lot of people, and that really means something to me. Thank you so much. This episode is different. We're talking about stuff that maybe we definitely have not talked about yet so far on this podcast. And today's guest is a rabid Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Yep.
So we got that in common. We've known each other, I think, our whole lives.
Yeah.
A good friend of mine, a guy who has been through more than I could ever imagine and has come out the other side with an absolutely beautiful family. And you're a solid dude, too. Everybody, please welcome my guest, Gary Gibson. Welcome, bro.
Yes, thank you.
It's good to have you on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So when we were talking about this podcast, I was really excited because I didn't know if you were if you wanted to do it, if you'd be up for talking about kind of what your journey has been, your recovery. Obviously, we're gonna get to throughout this podcast, and I was really excited when you said you were up for doing this.
Yeah, it just was like tuning in to a bunch of episodes, their podcasts, and I was kind of thinking like, I can do that. It'd be a good step in the right direction. And so here I am.
Did you tell anybody? Do you still work with therapists and stuff?
I just left therapy now.
Did you tell them you're going to be on a podcast?
I just said my OT, and like I have a podcast right after this, and I think there's like 100 viewers, and so
it's more than that, dude.
Downplayed it a little bit.
A lot more than that, yeah.
So here I am.
Yeah, dude. The fact that you're sitting here doing a podcast with me is amazing to me.
Yeah.
And if you would have asked me this, when did you have your stroke?
May 30th of 2021.
2021.
Yeah.
Like,
it was over 4 years ago.
Yeah, and I remember when you finally got out of the hospital and rehab or whatever you were in, and then you were at home. And the amount that you have come just so far in those last 4 years. It's unbelievable to me. And it's something that I wanted to just mention before we get into your story. And I want you to tell a little bit about what happened to you in a second. But because there's a lot of people that are going to watch this that don't know you and haven't seen your story, and they're not going to get there's no way we can convey right here on this podcast how absolutely crazy it is that you're actually sitting here having an hour plus long conversation with me. It's pretty awesome.
Well, coming from I'm not able to talk for how many days, like over a month, to just being here as best as I can to talk right now to you.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what happened.
Well, it was a heck of a 40th birthday party. I had 40 in March.
This is March 2021.
Yep. March 30th, 21. And it was during the pandemic.
Okay. So just before we get into it, April or early March, what's your life look like?
Just working a lot.
You're working as
finance manager at Honda, Honda Hazleton, and just keeping busy and
Doing
just
life.
doing life.
Were you engaged at that point?
I was engaged. I just got engaged February 13th.
So you were really hitting your stride.
Yeah.
Like you
I was
got
making over $100,000 a year, and like I was living life.
life was good. You've good woman by your side,
Yep.
about ready to go into the rest of your life.
Yep.
Okay. And then March hits and
Yeah, April, May, I was beginning to get sick, and like I didn't think anything of it.
Right.
I got COVID and whatnot. Like I didn't think anything of it. I started getting. I went in the week of having COVID, and I started getting high fevers and whatnot, and like I didn't think anything of it. And I just start feeling really down, like sick and everything like that, and went to urgent care and got a prescription to go to get the infusion.
yeah.
It's something they do for COVID patients, and it helps them get over it quicker.
Yeah.
And that Friday, I went down to get the infusion, and they said my oxygen wasn't quite where it needs to be. And I got the infusion, and they admitted me right away.
Yeah.
So it was that Friday, and I talked with Jen, and like, I'm going to bed now, and it's Friday and Saturday, and that Sunday morning, I'll never forget. I was already ready to check myself out.
Yeah.
I was feeling much better and whatnot, and it was about 6 a.m. And Jen says, "You're not allowed to check yourself out until you talk to your niece." And she was doing traveling nursing at the time. She's in Florida, or she was in Florida.
Yeah.
And I text Jen or text Megan, and I want to talk to you, and have it saved on my message, and let me know when you can talk. And it's 7 a.m. and I was talking to Jen FaceTiming, and then I was texting her, and I wasn't responding to her. It wasn't reading. And she FaceTimed me, and I really wasn't able to respond. I just picked up, and I noticed my right side of my face tended to droop, and thankfully a nurse came in, and she's like, "Can you respond to me?" And I couldn't respond, and right then and there, she got the rapid response team and hung up to Jen. I couldn't do anything about it, and like they shipped me off.
So she knew right away you were having a stroke.
Yeah.
And how terrifying for Jen. Like she's
couldn't
on a
even
FaceTime
imagine.
with you. You can't respond.
Yeah.
And then nurses rush in, and then all chaos breaks up.
Yeah, it's
and
just like, I have to go right now, or the nurse said we have to go, and I went.
and that went.
Yeah.
So then, what did they do for you in that?
I can't really remember most of it. They gave me some kind of medicine that helps. It's like a clot buster.
Yep.
And I remember waking up in the IC, or right before I went in to get surgery,
Yeah.
and I spoke with the doctor, and she's like, "Do you know what happened and whatnot?" And I remember, I had a stroke. I was able to talk then and move both my arms and whatnot. And he said that they have to do surgery on me, and I gotta stay awake through the whole thing during surgery. They want to know, going into my brain and the arteries, how it feels. I said, well, I guess we have to do it.
Yeah.
So, and I went into the prep room and whatnot, and the nurse kept checking in on me, and I just remember I had a real strong headache, and it must have been where the clot was.
Yeah.
And I just remember I have a real strong headache. It's getting worse, and right then I just passed out. So
So did you have, was it just the one stroke or did you have two?
I had one stroke.
Okay.
And since that stroke, Jen will be able to tell you about it. There's a bunch that went wrong with me while I was in the hospital, but it's just one stroke I had.
One stroke and then all kinds of things that just kept on.
So, I mean, from the surgery itself, I had a small brain bleed. They nicked an artery, and that's what led to my paralysis.
Really?
Yeah.
So your paralysis now on your right side isn't from the stroke. You had kind of, they'd cleared that out.
Yep.
It was from the surgery.
Yeah. So, I mean, if I had a stroke and everything went well, who knows, I could be up and moving and have my both arms back and I'd be back to work by now.
Yeah.
But because COVID cots tend to be real sticky.
Yeah.
And because of that, they nicked an artery and they had a hard time pulling it out and whatnot. And I'm here.
Yeah.
So
the COVID blood clot is tougher than just a normal blood clot.
It's the clot itself was really, I don't know what to say. It's really sticky.
Yeah.
It's not like a normal clot. They were able to move it. It might have even been able to dissolve, but they couldn't.
So walk us through you're there, you get surgery, you're in the hospital. When's the first time you realized that you were struggling to move your right side?
Before the surgery, I was able to move everything. And even Jen said shortly after I was in recovery after the surgery, I was beginning to talk little bits.
Yeah.
And then I went and took a nap and all of a sudden woke up. I couldn't speak. I couldn't move my whole right side. I couldn't move anything.
What's going through your mind when you wake up from that nap?
I couldn't believe this happened to me.
Yeah.
I was beginning to be at the top of my life, and now I'm laying in the hospital bed. I couldn't move. My whole right side, I couldn't move. So it was quite the shock.
Yeah.
I know there was a video that Jen posted where I was literally, I needed help out of the bed.
Yeah.
Where I couldn't move. I couldn't get up on my own. I needed two people aside of me, and I was able to be transported by a lift.
Yeah. I mean, you're realizing your life has completely changed.
Yeah.
What was the hardest thing to think about in that moment? Because you probably, was Jen there all the time? Did you have some moments where you're just in the hospital bed laying there
Jen came and visited me, and she was only allowed to be there till 8:00 at night.
Right.
And then I had nobody. Just me and the nurses.
Yeah.
And I just kept sitting there thinking what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And the hardest thing was I knew in my brain what to do. And it was hard to portray what I want to say.
Yeah.
And in the hospital down at Tower Health Reading, I couldn't say what I wanted to do. I always kept saying home, home, home. That's all I could really muster up.
Yeah.
And
what were you trying to say?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't really know. And then they had simple tasks for me. I had to point to the glove or bird or whatnot. I couldn't even do that.
Man, I can't imagine how that felt. You're sitting there, you just were feeling like you were going to get out of the hospital.
Yeah.
You were better. In your brain, you were I feel great.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go home. I'm past this COVID thing. And then all of a sudden the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, after all this chaos, you're laying there in a bed by yourself. You can't talk about what's really going on in your head. That has to feel pretty lonely.
Yeah, I mean, it really was. It got really frustrating.
How did you get through those dark days? Were you just like, I'm just going to keep trying? Did you ever feel like giving up? What was that?
I had my moments of doubt, but I had to keep pushing forward. Through a lot of prayers and fighting with God and like, why'd you do this to me?
Yeah.
We battled back and forth of like, why'd you do this to me? How am I gonna get to this, get to that, and like, how am I gonna go back to work? And I haven't been.
Yeah.
It was very frustrating.
So, what's been the hardest thing to accept about having a stroke? Like,
how it changes one's life.
yeah.
So, how what I did before, and I can't.
Yeah.
Like being able to, I know I'm not really a runner, but I can't run.
Yeah, let's not kid. Like,
Yeah,
you couldn't run before. Dude.
Yeah, oh yeah. But I mean, just simple things.
Yeah.
Like even just being able to run.
Yeah.
Or move at a high pace.
Well, we joke, but you're a softball player, right? Like,
Yeah.
you were very active. You were a very active guy. You hunted all kinds of things.
Yeah.
You had to feel like you lost part of yourself with the stroke. Like, it took more than just your movement. It took part of who you were.
Yeah.
How did you like find yourself again?
I really haven't totally found myself.
Yeah.
But I'm able to do things, keep on just pressing forward. I watched there's YouTube videos of the commercials that we done up at Hazel and Honda and at Chevy Buick of Smoking that hear my voice. But then I listened to it and like I'm a different person now. So
do you feel like anything has changed for the better?
Yeah.
Really? I was afraid to ask that. I was afraid to ask that question because I didn't know how you'd answer that one.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's a crazy question to ask somebody who's been through what you've been through.
Yeah, I mean, the way I was back then before I even got engaged and everything, I was going out pretty much every night, going out to bars and whatnot, and even after I was engaged and whatnot, I was in the bars. And like I couldn't be the person I was then because I have a lot of responsibility now. I couldn't be the husband back then as I am now.
Yeah.
I have two beautiful girls, and I couldn't be a father to them the way I was back then.
Yeah.
And it changed me a lot. That now I can be what I am now for Jen, Stella, and Nora. I couldn't be that back then.
So you think your perspective has changed on life?
Yeah.
How?
I mean, it totally changed me to the way I'm able to look forward to things. The way back then I was just doing work, going to the bar, going to sleep, and repeat the whole cycle again.
Yeah.
And now I get up and like, hi, Daddy, or hi, my wife.
Yeah.
I didn't think I actually would have a wife and actually have two beautiful girls. But now I wake up to that every morning and it regenerates me.
Yeah.
It gives me a chance to actually press forward to able to get better.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I look at your life now and I see there's so many beautiful things in your life.
yeah.
And it's just like complex, feeling, because you've lost so much, but yet you still have so much. I mean,
I
your
have even
daughters
more.
are absolutely fantastic. You know, your oldest is like my little buddy
Yeah.
at church, and they're just you have this like beautiful family, and there you are just being dad to the two girls.
Yeah. When I was sitting in the hospital, who knew what I would have now? Who knew I'd be able to change the diaper one-handed?
Yeah.
I mean, play with my daughters one-handedly, and I would be able to hold my one daughter in one hand as much as I can and hold the other in my other hand. I
Yeah.
mean, it's crazy.
How is parenting different than what you were expecting?
It's different because I'm home with them all the day.
Yeah.
Before I had the stroke, I would have been going to work. I would barely see them like on weekends, like a couple hours in nighttime, and maybe if I get home late enough, I wouldn't be able to see them at all.
Yeah.
Now I'm home strictly with them 24/7. Yeah, it's just crazy. The stroke actually gave me a chance to be home with them all the time.
Yeah.
And who knows, like, nobody should wish a stroke on anybody,
No.
but the stroke gave me time to be home with them all the time. I'm able to be there for their first steps, for the first crawling. I'm able to be there for the first time they laugh, and there'd be so many things I would actually miss
Yeah.
by not being there, and now I am.
It's such a big perspective. I have to imagine that there are people out there that are going through trauma health things, and like wondering what life is like on the other side. You know, like, am I going to have a life? Is there going to be joy? Am I going to be able to have relationships? I mean, those are things that people wonder and think when their mind goes to like those dark places. I imagine like in the hospital bed when you're laying there and you can't communicate and you're thinking like, man, am I going to what does life look like? And there's not a lot of good answers, but then like your story is a picture of so many beautiful things coming after.
Yeah. I mean, it's easier to say now,
Right.
but time heals all wounds.
Yeah.
And I'm still healing.
Yeah, right. That's important.
I'm far from being back to myself. I got to keep working on each day. Each day has a new adventure.
Yeah.
Having two girls, it's every day's an adventure.
We've mentioned this before. You talked about how you wrestled with God.
Yeah.
How has this changed your faith?
Back then when I had a stroke, I had a simple calm that I wasn't worried about anything. I knew God would get me through this. Not that I didn't battle with him,
Right.
but I knew I would be okay. To now pushing through each task and each being able to do things with my daughters, having two daughters, having a wife.
Yeah.
It gives me better respect for God. That way I have to appreciate and thank him even more.
For what you do have.
Yeah. Compared to back then, I wasn't even sure I would have a wife, having a family. Now I have a family, and now I have to be prepared to being an example for both my daughters
Right.
and my wife.
You know, there's complexity there. You were kind of mad at God and questioning things, but at the same time, you still were holding on to hope that he was still with you, you know, in what you're going through, and that he was still there for you. And I think that complexity is a beautiful thing. Wrestling with God is not bad.
Yeah. I battled with him.
Yeah.
But I didn't lose hope.
Yeah.
We didn't see eye to eye, but I didn't lose hope.
Yeah.
And he brought me through. He didn't give up on me.
Yeah.
Thankfully, because I'm still here.
Yeah.
But he gave me a new perspective on things.
Yeah. That's powerful, man. That's so powerful. You've had to have some bad days.
I still have bad days.
Yeah. How do you push through those bad days? Like, what's your frame of mind? What do you focus on when you're like, when you find, you know, when you're in the middle of a bad day, maybe you don't really realize it right away, but when you finally like realize like, hey, this is a bad day. Yeah. What do you focus on to help get you through it?
When I'm having a bad day, whether my daughter's having a bad day or Stella's really crying and Nora's really crying, and it just wanted to say, I'm out. I just give up, but I can't.
Yeah.
I just breathe in, breathe out, take a couple seconds, and then get back into it. And then until we put them to bed or whatnot, and then just sit down, relax, and then get ready to do it all over again.
Yeah. So you have to kind of like know when to push through and when to give yourself a moment to take a breath. One of the things I think about too, especially when I see you with your little girls, is like they love you now, right? Like they don't know the pre-stroke version of you.
I'll have to tell them about it when they're old enough.
Yeah.
They just think I'm dad.
What's one thing do you want them to learn? Like when you eventually tell them your story and they kind of learn about all that you've been through and how you pushed through, what's one thing like you want them to learn from?
Just never give up. They might experience things that are like, it's too tough. Just go on to something else or whatnot. But like, I didn't. Because I actually had them. Where I might experience some things that are like, it's too tough, but you just got to keep pressing forward. I hopefully what I'll teach them throughout as they get older, that I really want to teach them to never give up.
I got to do your wedding. It was one where you guys were trying to let me off the hook because my dad had just passed away. Like, I left the hospital, drove home, got changed, went to your wedding rehearsal, and everybody there's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" You didn't have to be here or whatever. Even you were saying that. Jen was saying that. All your brothers were saying that. Your mom was saying that. Like, we understand. You knew how close I was with my dad. You guys were all close with my dad actually too. So I remember being up there, and it was a beautiful place, beautiful wedding, by the way, and then. And I was in bad shape. I was in really bad shape, but I hope nobody noticed that at the wedding. You know, the only way they would have is if they caught me sobbing in the parking lot. But I got up there and we did the wedding rehearsal, and then we did the wedding, and it was a beautiful, beautiful day, man. Just beautiful celebration. Your wedding the next day, and I remember. Somebody, I think it was one of your brothers, on the way out was like, dude, he was choking up. He's like, I can't believe you did this. Thank you so much. You didn't have to. It's just, but the whole time I knew why I was doing it. Yeah. So I was doing it because my dad would have loved to have been there and see it, right? Like he walked with you through that journey too, and he was there, and he's known your family for a really long time. You guys are important to him. But I also was like, man, this is if I'm gonna do one wedding this year, this is the one I want to do. Yeah. After all that you've been through, and after Jen, that's sticking by through all of that chaos and mess and pain. Why. Like, she just stood by you. So this question is going to be hard, and I don't know if you're going to be able to answer it. But it comes from that place where I'm like, the impression that she made on me of her love for you really made a mark. Like, it really made an impression on me. And so there was no way I was going to let somebody else stand up there and perform your wedding after you had been through the stroke and worked so hard. I remember there was a point where you didn't think you were going to be able to walk, stand up there and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
And
there was actually one doctor that was in charge of the rehab I went to that actually said that I couldn't walk down without a cane.
Yeah.
And I said to my PT, and like, I'm walking down without a cane.
Yeah.
We're going to work forward this. I'm walking down without a cane. And
Yeah.
The path that we went down, it's not easy.
No, you didn't pick a nice little path to walk down. So this is beautiful, like setting at this golf course. Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah,
that was something
like normal people would have tripped.
Yeah.
on that walk.
Yeah.
So I'm standing up there, like, there's no way I'm not doing this, and it's partly because I love you. I've known you my whole life. It's partly because I'm just like, if you've been through that and you've made it here, I can make it here, and I can grieve my father's death, Sunday. And then watching Jen and how she stood by you through all that. So here's my question. What has she taught you about love through this whole process?
It just, Jen never gave up on me. So she taught me that do it all just must be the theme, like, never give up. No matter how much we argue or whatnot, we have good days, we have bad days. I just sit there and think, I'm married. I'm married to somebody that actually loves me. Yeah.
That actually loves you, not loves you for what you can do.
Yeah.
With your right arm or can't do with your right arm.
Yeah.
And that's what impressed me most about you guys' relationship,
Yeah, I mean, she's not married to me because of my made a lot of money. She actually is married to me.
Yeah.
Not married to me because I was good at sports. She's actually married to me for who I am.
You seem like a guy now who is driven and focused on what you have to do next.
Yeah.
Which is how you've gotten from not being able to walk to you walked in here, you sat down, we're having a conversation, which you would not have been able to have a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So you're pretty driven like that. What do you have on the agenda next? Like, do you have any goals, or what are you working towards?
I'm actually doing an eval for a surgery that'll help me move my right arm.
Really?
It's probably not going to happen for a year yet, and insurances and whatnot. But it's implanted under my skin, and it attaches to the vagus nerve, or whatever, and it'll help me move certain muscles or whatnot to have more movement in my right arm.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I have going on next. Other than experiencing, Stella's gonna be 3, and it's normal life.
Normal life. Yeah, life goes on.
So, I mean,
what's one piece of advice you give to somebody who's going through a tough situation? Maybe something similar to like what you're going through. They're just, they're waking up in that hospital bed after a nap, realizing that part of their body doesn't work, or maybe somebody going through something else, but they're just having that moment of realizing that life is never going to be the same.
It's time will heal all wounds, no matter how long it is. I know when I was there in the hospital bed, I just wanted to give up. And I didn't want to hear anything someone would say something to me, and like the nurses will come into me. Like I didn't want to hear anything at that point in time, but now I'm here, standing or able to do things. I got married. I had 2 daughters, and I'm raising 2 daughters. Now, I'm not stuck in a hospital bed.
Yeah.
I accomplished a lot, and I still have a lot to accomplish, but you keep trying to push forward.
Yeah.
So, time heals all wounds. It might seem bleak at certain times, but you just got to keep pressing forward.
Your story is an inspiration, dude. Like it's a really, I'm sorry that you had to go through that. Like, what a mess. You want to give a shout out to any of your physical therapists or doctors or anything?
Yeah, I mean, Tracy, my OT, has been there.
The whole journey?
Yeah.
Really?
It's been 4 years. Once I got through school rehab, she has been with me every bit of the way. She knows me all, or
yeah,
at the best. And I don't get to see them as much down in Tower Health.
Yeah.
I can't think of the person's name, but like literally, she got me up out of bed and got me standing.
Yeah.
I just really want to give a shout out to them and never giving up on me.
Yeah.
And I'm never giving up on them.
Yeah. That's cool. Where are you and God at right now?
I think we're pretty close.
Finding some peace?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. All right, last question. Super serious one. What do you say about the Birds this year? You think we're going to repeat?
Yeah.
You really that confident?
I have confidence that we're going to repeat because of what we did last year. I think it's going to be not really a cakewalk.
No.
I think they're going to do quite well.
I want to believe that. I want to believe that because of the Super Bowl blowout, but I cannot. They've broken my heart too many times. I can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, knowing how they were 2 years ago.
Maybe being an Eagles fan has helped prepare you for this journey you've been on, all the ups and downs and the heartbreak.
That's quite true.
Anything else you want to say to anybody?
Just to the guys or girls in listening, just never give up.
Yeah.
No matter what you're going through, because I went through that and I'm still pushing forward. Just never give up. No matter how small it is, just keep putting one foot in front of the other.
Yeah, it's a story. You're an example that there's life on the other side of what people don't think there's life on the other side of. Like a lot of people go, man, if I'm gonna have a stroke and not gonna be able to move, my life is gonna be destroyed. It's not gonna. There's not gonna be anything good there, and that fills them with like, all kinds of heartbreak and dark stuff. But you're like a living example that, man, there's some really great stuff on this side of it. Yeah, even if you got to fight to talk. Even if you got to fight to like move, there's really great stuff on that.
Going from that, turning 40, and then that would have been my last birthday. I didn't know all the stuff that went on. I could have been sitting in the coffin.
Yeah.
To now not being able to talk for a month or more, to now being able to talk, to now being able to stand, getting married, having 2 kids, and there's one thing after the other that just have to keep pressing forward.
Yeah.
Now here I am talking with you. Just, things are great.
It's good. So I'm just thankful that you're here on this planet, man. Every time I see you and your wife and your kids, it just makes me smile a little bit because I know how close and how dark things got there for a while. And you're like a walking testament of why people should continue to press forward and hope and not let go of dreams they have. And I'm sure your dreams look different, right, than what they used to be.
Yeah.
But there's probably stuff that you've experienced that you couldn't have imagined before.
Yeah.
So, you lost part of yourself, but you gained a whole new part too.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool.
Yeah. It really is.
Yeah. So thanks for being here for it, man. Listeners, thanks so much for being here for the podcast. We're here for it, whatever you got going on. I hope this interview here with my friend Gary was an inspiration to you. Don't give up, even when you don't think there's anything going on in your future, when things look really dark, when you feel like your story's going to end in suffering or pain or whatever. Just keep pushing forward. God's got some good things for you. I believe that. I know Gary believes that. Actually, we both experienced it. And so just hang in there. Whatever you have going on in life, we're here for it. Thanks so much for being a part of this podcast, for being a part of this conversation. And be here for each other. Show up. Maybe you could be the encouragement somebody needs to just keep going. As always, thanks so much for being here. And until the next episode, see ya. Thanks for tuning in to the I'm Here For It podcast. Just a quick reminder, the thoughts and opinions shared on this show are our own. They don't necessarily represent the thoughts and opinions of our employers, our places of business, our families, or maybe even people that don't want to be associated with us anymore. And honestly, sometimes we even question our own thoughts and opinions after these shows have aired. We're not doctors, therapists, lawyers, experts in anything except maybe overthinking things. Well, maybe some of our guests are some of those things, but for real, this podcast is not about offering you professional or therapeutic help. We're just here having fun. It's for entertainment purposes and maybe a little bit of education. Yeah, we hope it can make your life better and make you smile and encourage you a little bit. But seriously, this is more like a group chat that you didn't know you needed. So don't take anything too seriously from us without at least double checking it with someone who actually knows stuff. Stay kind, stay curious, and no matter how weird it gets, we're here for it.